What three words are holding you back from success in your personal finance journey? That's what we're going to talk about today. But first, this is a brand new channel, so if you could comment, like and subscribe down below, that would really help get the engagement out there and promote the channel. I'm not going to bury the lead. The words are, I don't want. Think about it. How many times, even in the last week, have you delayed doing something that you know would be good for your personal development? This could be a weight goal, a career goal, or a relationship goal. And you've delayed doing it because you've given yourself an I don't want reason for not doing it. It's those I don't want moments that rob you of your success in life financially and probably in many other ways as well. I'm going to talk about three scenarios in real life that I've actually come across over the years and where I've seen people stop themselves from being as successful as they could be because of their I don't wants. The first one happened just last week when I was in London. I was speaking to one of my colleagues, who's a relatively high earner, about their adjusted net income and how they were legally reducing their tax burden. And one of the things I was discussing with them was my approach to pensions. I follow the guidance from many financial YouTubers and Martin Lewis from Money Saving Expert. I contribute 50% of my age as a percentage to my private pension every month. So as an example, I'm 34, I contribute 17% of my gross income to my private pension every month. Gross income is income before tax, and I'm in the fortunate position where I can contribute 17% of that towards my pension, and so I do. There's huge tax benefits to this. You pay no tax on any money you put into your pension on the way in. So if you can contribute a decent percentage, such as half of your age, towards pension, you should do that because you can benefit from that in later life when ideally you won't need as much money each month because hopefully you'll have a paid off house and therefore you're just covering life costs. I spoke to this colleague and I was saying to her, this is what I do. And she was like, I don't want to. I want to live a good life now. Too many people do this and we just don't know where the government pension is going to be in 20, 30, 40 years. My feeling is that she's living at large now, but then when it comes to retirement, she may not have enough money because she hasn't been saving enough. From what I can see, she's robbing her future self because she doesn't want to make the sacrifice today. I really think she'll live to regret that. Now, I want to be clear. I don't want is very different from I can't. I know there's many people out there that are literally living hand to mouth, struggling to pay their bills, and I mean core bills, not luxuries, and living on food banks. This video is not aimed at people who can't do things. This video is aimed at people who can and choose not to. The second example goes all the way back to my university days. I was working in a supermarket and one of my colleagues was studying computer graphics animation. And I asked him, that's cool, where are you going to move to get a job for that? And he said, no, I'm going to stay in Aberdeen. I don't want to leave. I thought, but there's no jobs in Aberdeen in computer graphics and animation, especially not in game development where he wanted to work in one of the big game houses. But he said to me, I don't want to leave my family. I don't want to leave my friends. And he had a girlfriend at the time. I don't want to leave my girlfriend. I understand, but why are you studying for 4 years computer graphics and animation if you know you're never going to move to where the jobs and opportunities are? His I don't want is going to rob him of potential income in the future. And also, why was he spending 4 years studying for that degree when he could have been working somewhere that he could have been getting himself promoted and experience and progression throughout those 4 years when he was younger? If he didn't want to actually do that, what was the point? His I don't want probably robbed him of potentially a 6-figure salary. I feel really bad for him as a result of that. The third story, they went and got qualified in their passion. That's great, highly respectable. But then they said to me, I don't want to use that skill in the traditional and market-proven way to make money. I want to be artistic and creative about it. And that's fine if you are entrepreneurial and you are self-driven and you're willing to actually put the effort in, then you might be able to carve out a new market in that field. But for most people, that's just not going to happen. And what happened is this person just did nothing with it. They got qualified in their passion, supposedly, then they didn't use it. And I know that they haven't been as financially successful as they could have been as a result. And it was because of their I don't want. So turn your I don't wants into I'm going to's or how can I? And you'll have a lot more success. Talk about my story, right? I went to university in Aberdeen. I went to flying school in Dundee and left all my friends behind. I then went to Edinburgh and worked in an IT company because that was the best way I knew to make money and left my friends behind in Dundee. I then purchased my first property in Dunfermline and I said to myself, this is an asset I'm purchasing, not an anchor. So if another opportunity comes up, I'm not locking myself down to Dunfermline. And sure enough, it did. I got an opportunity to move and work for a company near Manchester. It was more money, it was sort of a promotion, a new role for me, and I couldn't not take it. And at the time, I had a new girlfriend, who's now my wife, and we'd only been dating for 6 months. We decided that she was going to quit her job and move in with me in a rented flat near Manchester, whilst I took a brand new job and was on probation. I didn't say, no, I don't want to take the risk. I don't want to be uncomfortable. I don't want to leave my friends. I went and chased the adventure. Life is an adventure, and if you take the opportunities that are available to you, I have found that in general, life will reward you for that and you'll generally be successful. When I was down in Manchester, another opportunity came up where I could work from home. This was during the pandemic. So I took that and I moved back to Dunfermline. And now, 4 years later, I've decided that it's time to move on from that company, and I'm taking an opportunity for a completely different role that I've never done before at an IT company in Glasgow. At each stage along this way, I could have been scared. I could have said, I don't want. I could have probably remained able to pay my bills, but not comfortable. But as a result of saying yes and trying to figure out how to make the opportunities work for me, I've managed to make my career relatively successful. And I want to share that journey with you. And now I'm at a point where I have a comfortable enough income that I've decided I need to start understanding personal finances. And that's where this channel's come from. I went off on a bit of a rant, so let's bring it back. If you can stop saying I don't want, and you can start turning that into I'm going to, or yes, or how can I genuinely believe that you can be successful personally and financially the way that you want and deserve. So let me know in the comments down below, what I don't wants are you going to change in your life, or that you're going to encourage somebody you know to change, and let them know that changing that I don't want into a yes could really change their life for the better. I want to know about that. If you're looking for something else to watch, I recommend going and checking out my video on my biggest financial mistake to date. We all make mistakes, and that's fine. Let's make sure that we recover from them and improve and do better next time. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.